So, like an idiot, I kept on pronouncing Disney Universe instead of Disney Infinity, and I'm really sorry for that. Disney Infinity holds a special place in my heart, and also it's a part of a genre called Toys to Life. You probably heard of it by like Skylanders, Disney Universe itself, and even Lego. That's the ones I can think of top of my head.
Disney Infinity is an action-adventure sandbox Toys to Life video game series developed by Avalanche Software.
And
Toys to Life is a video game feature using physical figurines or action figures to interact within the game.
that's the basics you need to know. Also, this is not my first time recording this video, and the footage did not come out good. It didn't even come out at all. But I'm happy to play this game again and review it, kind of. Of course, there's better videos explaining Toys to Life, and this is just a silly video, so if you stick around watching this, thanks. As I mentioned, the series has a very special place in my heart. I don't really know how I got into it, but it's most likely because of my mom, since my family does like Disney a lot. I actually asked her, and she told me she bought in a really good deal, and that's how I got into Disney Universe. Of course, I own my own little mini collection of them, but one year, my aunts didn't know what to get me for my birthday, so they took me out to shop. And Toys R Us, I don't know what was up with it, but it was during, I would say, at least November. Toys R Us was doing a big sale, and the whole entire aisle of Disney Infinity and Skylanders were on sale. And they pretty much bought me every single one, well, not duplicates, but majority of the aisle. That's how I was able to get my hands on the 3rd edition of Disney Infinity. I still remember this day very fondly. A lot of them were on a really good deal, and I'm still surprised we even caught that sale. The toys are like little statues, I would say. I'm mainly talking about the Disney Infinity ones right now, but you can see the little chips they have to identify the character with. Some over the years don't work. The Alice one I have does not work at all, and I generally don't know why. I don't even remember it ever working. So if anybody else has this issue with a couple of them, please tell me. I would describe all 3 entries as. Also, I don't have every single one in the collection, so if I am misdescribing them or you have a different way of describing them, I'm sorry, I don't have the money for all of them. The first theme is just Disney. Of course, you're gonna have a bunch of characters that may or may not be Disney, but a lot of them are Disney. Some of them look really good, while some of them, of course, don't translate the cartoony style the best. My favorite is Jack Sparrow. So somehow I forgot to record an intro for this, so this time around the theme is Marvel. And a lot of them look very impressive. I don't have all the Marvel characters, but I do have quite a bit. My favorite personally has to be Iron Man, because he's really cool. He's not the best one, but like personally I grew up with him, so he's cool to me. This one is themed after Star Wars. At this time, the figures are at their best. A lot of them look really good, especially the cartoony ones. Some look absolutely gorgeous like the Alice in Wonderland ones. Of course, being little figures, they do break. Especially depending on how you store them. Some of them might lose their swords, lose their whole entire body, or bend. Like, look at Minnie Mouse. I don't even have her torso anymore. As I said, it does depend on storage, so I did have a lot of these thrown in with my Skylanders before I got proper storage for them. So sadly, a lot of them have broken over the years.
Peter, what are you doing?
This is the first time I get to play the first game, and I'm very excited. I never had the chance to play the first one since I started up on the second one, so I'm really excited to start up this game. I think the game just... that wasn't good. That wasn't good. It crashed. I hope this isn't for the whole entire game. So, starting up this game, it definitely has some issues. It really does. From the footage, it's clearly freezing and jittering a lot. Luckily, I only spent $10, but that's still $10 I could use right now. After stopping the recording, it didn't fix it. Finishing the tutorial, it got worse. It got way worse. It kept on jittering, it kept on freezing. It was horrifying. And the problems don't stop there! The villain of one of the games did not show up. It was gone. He disappeared. The driving tutorial was pretty fun though. You do a couple of things and then boom, you're done. and it's still pretty decent. Also, whoever voices like the encouraging stuff, I don't know how you guys describe it, but like, a good job. I love the voice. Very cool voice. I pretty much stopped recording and played all the mini games by myself. Nothing really interesting. My review is a 2 out of 10, for obvious reasons. There's 2 other games that do this way better, and with more stuff. But it does show how much improvement they made for the series, though. The hub world sucks, because it's very empty and it doesn't have the liveliness like the other versions. Again, there's 2 better hub worlds. The jittering never stopped. I don't know if it's from the store I bought it from or the game itself, but if anybody else is having this issue, please tell me.
So, from further research, of course, this could be just the game itself, and, you know, I haven't uploaded this video by the time I'm recording this, so of course I don't know if it's happening to anybody else, but, it could have been the store I bought it from. I don't want to say the store, because I don't harass, if you know the store, don't harass them, but I'm pretty sure I got just a really bad copy, because I saw that people were also having issues with, like, games I bought from the store, and I bought this online. So yeah, I was kind of, you know, $10 kind of disappeared, and now I kind of feel scammed a little. It stinks, but do not harass if you know what the store is, don't harass them. Yeah, now we know why my game sucks.
Jump off! Yeah! So I haven't been able to explain these little chip things, or these little statues of the worlds, or whatever you call them, I don't know. These chip things!
Hi, Evakin here, but they completely forgot to explain a couple of the features. Some of them give you new skyboxes or weapons or even little vehicles, something interesting, but some used to come in mystery packages.
Or sometimes even games. That's one thing I always liked about Disney Infinity, is how packed full of games there are, and this is one of them. These little worlds are pretty much like stories. A lot of them have really good stories and stuff, but some we will get into. When you load up this game, you get one of the best tutorials out of all 3 of the games. Of course, I might be biased since I grew up with this one, but still, this one has to be the best tutorial. My crappy footage is not doing justice of how beautiful this tutorial is, or this game in general. Honestly, all these games have really good models based off the franchises they are on. A lot of them look very impressive. After the tutorial, you get the hub world. I like this one the most. It's very nice. It reminds me of what a kid would make on Disney Infinity. It is kind of chaotic a little bit, but it's kind of nice. And of course, it's nostalgic to me. One thing I had trouble with when I was little was driving. I don't know why, but every time you drove and you swerved a little, you flew off. And of course, I might be bad at driving, or it could just be the controls, or both. Obviously by now, my 2 mains are Iron Man and Jasmine. I love Jasmine's fighting abilities and long shots, and I like Iron Man because he flies. When you load up the story, the little story statue you get a story about Avengers being frozen solid, and you have to defeat a bunch of frozen people, and turn back the radiators. It was pretty fun. I had a decent time. Clearly. Pretty much after the first radiator, it's all the same. Show up, kill a frozen dude with motorcycle, ride into the sunset with your motorcycle. Honestly, I rate this game a 7 out of 10. There's enough content to be interesting. Again, there's another game that does things better, but this one has its own unique charm to it. Also, I forgot, there's this little Stitch mini game you get. If you ever play like a balloon popper game or whatever, you played this before. That's it. It's pretty cool, but it's kind of difficult in my opinion, but it's still fun. You won't believe what we're gonna get! A tutorial world! I'm gonna be fully honest, I do not know anything about Star Wars, and I'm not gonna act like I know. I know things like basic names, but that's it. Again, you get an amazing hub world. Like in the last game, you get a little house. I remember spending countless hours in this game. It's very nostalgic. Making a little village, inviting guests. It was really nice. Of course, right beside it, you get the driving test. This is the quickest time I've ever beaten this test. Last time I reviewed this game, it took me 30 minutes. And I'm pretty sure even when I wasn't making videos like this, when I was little, I didn't even try. Of course, it probably took me a long time because I was up at midnight recording all this stupid footage, but maybe I could just be stupid. You get tutorial worlds that are themed after certain IPs. Of course, you get one based off of Brave and Star Wars, the main theme, but all of them are pretty neat, even the ones that are slightly not based off of anything. I do prefer the more simplistic one, but this one's pretty good. In our last review, we reviewed the little Sema-jigs. This time I'm not doing that. I have one that is based off of Inside Out, and I refuse to play it. It was horrible. It was the least fun I've ever had. Each time you think you're at an end, nope, they hit you with another 30 minutes of the game. I don't even think I finished it, and it took me like 1 hour. It was such a boring experience. And it really didn't need to be that long, like God. The Marvel one was pretty good. It only took like 10 minutes for me. Why is this one 1 hour? And again, I didn't even finish it, so how long is the full game? I absolutely refuse to play it again. But this game is actually really good for one thing, the toy box. I've never made something really good in the toy box, simple things that kids can think of. But I'm generally curious, if you made something cool in the toy box, please tell me, it would be really nice. The toy box pretty much has everything that's part of each game. And again, a lot of the models are really impressive, so you can make some really cool stuff. This game is really fun. 7 out of 10. This game will always hold a special place in my heart. Of course, there's ups and downs, and I wasn't expecting the first game to crash on me, but hey, I still had fun. I'm always gonna miss those old times of going to Toys R Us and buying the newest Skylander or Disney Infinity figure, but I'll always have a blast with these games. It's even fun when you have friends around. It's a really nice experience. Even though the series is long gone by now, I still appreciate that we got 3 games out of it. And 2 amazing ones!
Whoa, thank you for watching the whole entire video. I really appreciate it. I know that the editing is not the best, but I'm slowly learning how to edit better, and this program definitely has some limits, I would say. I hope you guys really like the next row of videos, because I know I'm definitely going to be proud of a couple. They're really, really good in my opinion. I can't wait to make them. I hope you guys are having a good 2023, and see you next time.